This morning, I'm here in Duncan, Spartanburg County, South Carolina. And it's a nice little tiny downtown area, but it has a sidewalk. A good quality sidewalk separated from the traffic, so no complaints here. So I've been walking for a long time now, especially in Spartanburg, because this is where I live, Spartanburg County. And I think it's probably been a couple hundred miles now, 200 or 300 miles. And so the time has come. I finally experienced the paranoid suburbanites coming out and yelling at you because you walk by their house thing. I'm sure my black compatriots here in America have experienced this far more than I have. That's kind of the stereotype, right? Someone sees a black guy in the neighborhood and they're like, I'm gonna call the police, they're a suspicious character, right? So nothing like that happened. But finally, after all these hundreds of miles of walking, I was walking to a dead-end road. That's probably part of it. I walked to the end of the dead-end road, and this particular person had, I guess, gotten their own little orange traffic cones to try to maybe, tell people, this is my dead-end road. Don't go past these last, 40 feet of traffic cones. But, I didn't see any. I'm pretty sure it's public property. So I just kind of walked to the end of the road anyway. I guess I trespassed on their... Well, it wasn't really trespassing because the road doesn't belong to them. They put up the cones because they wanted to block off a piece of the road. I don't know. I didn't have any problem with using the cones. But I wanted to walk to the end of the public road. So I did. And as I was turning around to come back, I thought, well, this is fun. I always like to see what people are doing with traffic cones. I myself have an unhealthy fascination with traffic calming. And I've often thought about putting a random cone out kind of a foot into the street in front of my house, see if it would slow people down. Since I don't think I could put up my own speed bump. So anyway, I thought, well, I'm gonna take a picture of this interesting traffic cone configuration here. So I took a picture, and then I kept walking. And 2 seconds later, this middle-aged lady walks out, white lady, of course. She's like, "Excuse me, can I help you?" And I'm like, "Just taking a walk." She said, "Well, why were you taking pictures?" And I'm like, "Scenery." I probably should have been more truthful and said, well, I liked your traffic cones, thought they were interesting, but sometimes when you're in a moment of stress, you sort of give the simplified answer that most people can understand, rather than the exact truth that would make them confused. This is a bad habit. I need to just say, I like your traffic cones, because there's no way she's gonna believe that I don't know. I guess their yard was kind of scenic. Maybe she would think I was. Anyway, the point is I should have been more truthful. But as she was finishing talking with me, she went back inside and she was on the phone. I was like, I wonder if she was calling the police or her husband to tell her there was some stranger danger going on. But honestly, again, for having walked 200 or 300 miles in Spartanburg County, it's kind of surprising this hadn't happened before. And it's honestly best case scenario because she didn't threaten me and she was polite. She was obviously paranoid, but polite. So there we go. My first paranoid, what are you doing walking here in my dead-end road in the suburbs experience. So chalk it up for the books. Not too bad. Nothing too scary happened, so that's good.